Embarrassment can't kill you. You know that. So why does accidentally waving back at someone who wasn't waving at you feel like the end of your life? Why can one awkward moment replay in your head for years? Maybe embarrassment isn't irrational. Maybe it's ancient. Everyone has experienced it. Saying you too when the waiter tells you to enjoy your meal, calling your teacher mom, walking confidently in the wrong direction before realizing everyone noticed, dropping something in a silent room. For a brief moment, your entire body reacts as if something terrible has happened. Your heart races, your face gets hot. You suddenly become aware of your hands. You don't know where to look, and if it was especially bad, you may spend the next several years remembering it at 3 in the morning, which is strange, because embarrassment doesn't physically hurt you. It doesn't break your bones. It doesn't threaten your life. So why does your brain treat it like a disaster? The answer begins long before schools, offices, smartphones, or awkward Zoom meetings. For most of human history, survival depended on other people. Humans weren't the strongest animals. We weren't the fastest. We didn't have claws or fangs. What we had was each other. We hunted together, shared food together, protected one another, raised children together, and if something happened that threatened your place within that group, that was a problem. Being rejected by your community thousands of years ago wasn't just emotionally painful. It could be dangerous. A person without allies had fewer people to share resources with, fewer people to protect them, fewer people willing to help when things went wrong. Belonging wasn't a luxury, it was survival, which meant evolution had a reason to create emotions that encouraged cooperation. Guilt, shame, embarrassment. Each one acted like a social alarm system. Embarrassment in particular may have evolved to help repair small social mistakes before they became bigger problems. You accidentally offended someone. You broke an unspoken rule. You drew negative attention to yourself. Embarrassment encouraged you to notice, adjust, reconnect. From an evolutionary perspective, that discomfort wasn't punishment. It was information. Your brain saying, careful, your relationships matter. The strange thing is that the world changed much faster than our instincts did. Today, embarrassing yourself rarely threatens your survival. Forgetting someone's name during a meeting probably won't get you exiled from society. Mispronouncing a word won't leave you wandering alone in the wilderness. Most awkward moments fade from everyone else's memory surprisingly quickly, but your brain didn't receive the update, because the same systems that once helped keep our ancestors connected are still operating inside us. And sometimes, they're a little overprotective. Psychologists call part of this tendency the spotlight effect. It's the belief that people notice us far more than they actually do. You think everyone saw you stumble. Everyone noticed your voice crack. Everyone remembers that awkward joke. But studies suggest most people are too busy thinking about themselves, because they're worrying about their own embarrassing moments, their own mistakes, their own imaginary spotlights, which means the thing you can't stop replaying in your head may barely exist in anyone else's. But embarrassment isn't entirely useless. In fact, people who never experience embarrassment at all can struggle socially. Embarrassment communicates something important. It shows awareness. It signals that you care about how your actions affect other people. It can encourage humility, empathy, repair. The goal was never to eliminate embarrassment completely, only to understand it. Because many of us interpret embarrassment as evidence that something is wrong with us. We think, normal people don't do this. Confident people don't feel this way. I should be over this by now. But that's rarely true. The people who seem effortlessly composed? They've embarrassed themselves too. The difference is often what they believe those moments mean. One awkward conversation doesn't define your worth. One social mistake doesn't reveal your character. One cringeworthy memory doesn't determine who you are. It means you're human. It means you exist among other people. And like every person who has ever lived, you care about belonging. Maybe that's why embarrassment feels so powerful. Not because you're weak, not because you're overly sensitive, but because for hundreds of thousands of years, being accepted by other people mattered deeply. The fear of exclusion helped keep our ancestors close to their communities. The discomfort encouraged repair. The emotion served a purpose. Today, That ancient alarm system still lives inside modern minds, even if the threats have changed. So the next time you replay something embarrassing, the awkward wave, the forgotten name, the message sent to the wrong person, try remembering this. Your brain isn't trying to torture you. It's trying to protect something it has valued for a very long time. Connection, acceptance, belonging. Maybe embarrassment isn't proof that you're broken. Maybe it's proof that being part of a group has always mattered to our species. And maybe the fact that you care so much isn't a flaw. It's one of the most human things about you. If you enjoyed this exploration into what makes us human, consider subscribing to Vanta for more videos about psychology, evolution, and the hidden forces shaping our lives. Because understanding ourselves doesn't remove every uncomfortable emotion. But sometimes, it changes the story we tell about why it exists.